What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of K-Cards Baseball. Thanks for joining me today on this lovely afternoon. Hopefully all of you are doing well out there. Whenever you guys are checking out this video, it is probably after the 4th of July weekend. Hopefully all of you guys had a wonderful and safe 4th of July weekend. Here in Minneapolis, it was actually pretty nice most of the weekend. Friday, the actual 4th of July day, was actually really steamy and hot. We had like mid-90s and a heat index of over 100, so really kind of oppressive heat on the 4th of July, but it was pretty decent. Once 10 o'clock rolled around, was able to check out some really cool fireworks that a neighborhood person does, and that is always really fun, and it was just a good time. So hopefully all of you guys had a good time as well. Today on the channel, we're going to do a more condensed version of an analysis of 2025 Topps Chrome Baseball. This is one of the more popular sets that comes out during the year. I did make a long form video last week about Topps Chrome Baseball, kind of doing a deep dive into all of the information in regards to the inserts, the checklist, the autographs, and pretty much all the nuts and bolts of 2025 Topps Chrome. Today, I think we'll do a more in-depth look at the spreadsheet because there is some really good information as it relates to the pack odds in parallels, as well as some of the autograph stuff. So I feel like you guys might find that information a little bit more interesting. Last week when I took a look at the spreadsheet, we just talked about 2024 and comparing it to 2025. Today, we're going to look at the last 3 years. So we're going to look at 2023, 2024, and 2025 and see how this product has changed over the course of the last 3 years, because I think there is some pretty eye-opening information in regards to this particular set this year. So we're going to do a little bit more of an in-depth look at that. Just to give you guys a little bit of an overview into the set this year, the big concern is that the rookie class is actually pretty weak in Topps Chrome Baseball this year compared to the last few years. The top 5 rookies that we have in the set, in my opinion, are James Wood, Jacob Wilson, Hai-Sung Kim, Brooks Lee, and Matt Shaw. You know, I got to toss Brooks Lee in there. He's actually having a really decent season, so I would definitely put him in one of the top 5 positions in this particular set. Matt Shaw did not have a rookie card in Series 2. His Series 2 rookie card was a super short print. However, he does have his rookie card in Topps Chrome. Also in that new All-Star set. I don't know if you guys have found that All-Star set at any of the stores, Walmart or Target. I did watch a video last night from Jabs, kind of doing a deep dive into the All-Star set. Not really a deep dive, but opening up a few boxes of the All-Star set. Those cards actually look pretty cool. So I'm definitely going to be looking for those All-Star sets at my Target stores over the course of the next week. But let me know if you guys have found any of that product out there, because it does look like a pretty interesting set. So that is who I would pick as the top rookies in the set. I didn't put Dylan Cruz in there, Luis Angel Acuna, Roque Sasaki, who's the cover boy of Topps Chrome this year. I didn't put him as one of the top rookies in the set, basically because he really hasn't done much this year. He's been hurt most of the year, and his stats when he did pitch at the beginning of the year weren't really earth-shattering by any stretch of the imagination. As far as the returning inserts this year from 2024, include most of the super short print inserts that we did have in 2024, other than the all-etch cards. The all-etch cards were a pretty common pull last year. I think it was about 1 in every 4 packs. We'll take a look at that once we look at the spreadsheet. The Youth Quake cards, which are Breaker Box exclusive inserts, are returning again this year, as well as the Helix, Expose, Radiating Rookies, Ultraviolet, and Fanatical. Now, the Fanaticals were really a difficult pull last year. They have made the Fanaticals much more common this year than what they were last year. So look for Fanatical cards. And those Fanatical cards look pretty awesome. So definitely looking forward to pulling some decent Fanatical cards this year from Topps Chrome. The inserts that are not returning this year include Summertime in the Park, Seam Head, On the Spot, and the pink sepia cards in the blaster boxes. Last year you did get 2 pink sepias and 2 regular sepias in blaster boxes. This year all you're going to get are the 4 sepia cards. They have gotten rid of the pink sepia cards JP Acrylic Studios brought up a really interesting point when it comes to the pink sepias. It looks like they have gotten rid of the pink sepias because of the confusion between the pink sepias and magentas, because it is really difficult to tell the difference between a pink parallel and a magenta parallel. So they have just gotten rid of the pink entirely and kept the magenta parallels in this particular set, and I think they'll probably do that going forward. We did see that in Series 1 and Series 2 also, when they got rid of those Mother's Day parallels as well as the Father's Day parallel. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but that makes sense to me, so I appreciate JP Acrylic bringing up that point, because it was an excellent point. The new inserts this year include World Series at Night. You can see this Aaron Judge card right here. That is a World Series at Night card. And because it is a World Series set, it does only contain players from the Yankees and the Dodgers. So definitely the two most sought after cards in the World Series at Night set is going to be this Aaron Judge, as well as the Shohei Ohtani World Series at Night card. And those are extremely rare pulls, so that would be an excellent hit worth hundreds of dollars if you do pull one of those World Series at Night card, especially if it is like Mookie Betts or Aaron Judge or Juan Soto, any one of those players. That'll be a really good hit in this particular product. The other new inserts this year include Power Players, which is this Dylan Cruz Power Players card you see in the background here, Fortune 15, and Numbers Live. I haven't seen what either one of those sets look like, but looking at the pack-ons, those also will be extremely rare pulls and super short print, kind of case hit kind of pulls. Again, you aren't going to get the pink sepias that we had last year. Just a quick look at the hits in each one of the configurations. They remain the same as what they have been the last couple of years, where you will get one autograph card in a hobby box, 3 autos in a hobby jumbo box. One of those 3 autos are definitely going to be a rookie in that jumbo hobby box. You will get the 10 X-Fractor parallels in mega boxes and the 4 sepia refractor parallels in value boxes. The only configuration left on Topps website for pre-order is blaster boxes, and I would imagine blaster boxes will remain available for quite some time, because they have absolutely killed blaster boxes this year, and we'll take a look at that once we look at the set. Just one final quick note, the base set is a total of 300 cards, and I think there is a total of 100 rookie cards in the set. Alrighty guys, here's a look at the spreadsheet in comparing 2025 to 2024 and 2023. I find this spreadsheet to actually be pretty fascinating, because Topps has definitely made some significant changes to the product this year over the last 2 years as it relates to both the configuration as well as the pack odds of pulling any sort of number parallels. Looking at the configurations, for example, the hobby boxes and the jumbo boxes, the card count is dramatically less this year than what it was the last couple of years, with a total of 80 cards in the hobby box and 132 in a jumbo this year, as compared to 96 cards last year and 156 cards last year in a jumbo. So 16 cards less in the hobby box and 24 cards less in a jumbo box this year over the last couple of years. So that is dramatically less cards this year than what we did have last year. So that really increases the price per card this year over the last couple of years, with $2.50 for a price per card in a hobby box and $3.03 in a jumbo box. On the retail side, the configuration remains the same as what it was the last 2 years, so there isn't any differences as it relates to the price per card in the retail side as opposed to the last couple of years. However, it does look like they have really sacrificed the retail side for pulling number parallels this year and moved those number parallels from the retail side into the hobby box and jumbo box format. So even though you're getting less cards in the hobby box and jumbo box this year than what you did the last couple of years, the chances of pulling a good number parallel this year over the last couple of years is dramatically better than what it was the last couple of years. I mean, to pretty significant levels. I think the best investment strategy is to put as much money as you can into the hobby and jumbo boxes and stay away from the retail side. The only redeeming factor on the retail side this year is in those mega boxes, because those X Fractors are actually pretty cool and those are really nice hits. The blaster boxes have no merit at all, because they did take those pink sepias out of the blaster boxes and just went with 4 regular sepias. And even if you look at the ray waves and pulling a number ray wave this year over last year, the pack odds are significantly worse this year than what they were last year as far as the chances of pulling a decent numbered ray wave. So it looks like they have absolutely killed the retail side this year and really loaded up the hobby and the jumbo boxes. So what I think the Topps was thinking in the dramatic reduction as far as pulling a number parallel on the retail side, I think that they justified that by the fact that you do get the ray wave number parallels in the retail side that you don't get on the hobby side. But with that being said, the chances of pulling a numbered ray wave this year as compared to last year is dramatically worse than what it was last year. Well, I shouldn't say dramatically worse, I'll just say it is worse than what it was last year. You guys can see all the numbers here. Aquas, for example, go from 1 in every 151 blaster box packs last year up to 1 in every 217, and Aquas go from 1 in every 101 mega packs last year up to 1 in 137. I'm not going to read through all the pack odds. You guys can see the spreadsheet here. If you want a copy of the spreadsheet, want me to send it to you, I can definitely do that. Just let me know down in the comment section and I will send you guys a copy of the spreadsheet that you guys see in front of you. One thing that did really improve this year over last year is in the inserts. Image variations, for example, they really juice those up. The chances of pulling a image variation this year over last year is about 3 times better in all of the formats, including the retail side, than what it was last year. Particularly in the hobby box and the jumbo boxes, they have really, that's about a 3-to-1 improvement. The retail side is about a 2-to-1 improvement over last year. So they have really loaded up the hobby and jumbo box formats in image variations this year dramatically over last year. So I would definitely be looking for those image variations in those 2 hobby formats. The all etch cards are a little bit worse than what they were last year, but the difference is pretty minimal. Again, that's a pretty common insert, so it is not any different this year than what it was last year. As far as rookie autos, the chances of pulling a pretty decent rookie auto this year are a little bit better than what they were last year. I'm not going to say it's significantly better, but it is definitely better than what it was last year. Other than the mega boxes, they really did a bad job as far as the rookie autos in mega boxes, probably because you do have those X Fractors in the mega boxes that you don't have in any of the other formats at all. As far as the 1989 or the 1990 base inserts and the future start inserts, the pack odds of pulling either one of those inserts is the same this year as what it was last year. So anyways, guys, that's a look at the spreadsheet. Let me know what you guys think of it. Just as a recap, I would just be investing primarily in the hobby and jumbo boxes this year as compared to the retail side. The retail side is not going to be very good at all. I would just completely stay away from blasters. The only redeeming fact about buying those mega boxes is those X Fractors that you don't get in any of the other formats. Other than that, I would stay away from blasters, and I would just put all my money, as much money as you can, into the hobby boxes if you're interested in this product at all. The hobby boxes are going to be really loaded, and it'll be interesting to see what those hobby boxes look like once we start seeing breaks happen once the product comes out on July 23rd. So that is my condensed version overview of the new release of 2025 Topps Chrome Baseball. Let me know down in the comment section below if you're going to be a person that's going to be buying into this product or if you're going to generally stay away from it. Again, I would highly recommend the hobby boxes, and that is what I would put my money into. But it's going to be up to what you can afford and what you guys can do based on your particular budget. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that like, subscribe, turn on that bell for notifications. You guys know what to do. I'd greatly appreciate it. If you're an OG subscriber, thanks for your continued support. It means a tremendous amount to me, and I really, really, really appreciate it. So thanks, guys. Thanks for checking out this video. Stay tuned for other great content. We have some good stuff coming up in the coming days, so I appreciate it if you guys can come back and check us out once in a while when you guys have a minute. Be safe out there, guys, and happy collecting. We'll talk to you guys in the coming days.